My name is Ashraf Ismail, Game Director of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and we are at PAX showing off Assassin's Creed 4.
That's what are you showing new here at PAX?
We have 3 demos that we're showing. We're showing a bunch of new trailers, some information about the story, some information about the characters. There's actually we're touching upon a lot of stuff. And of course, there's a bunch of hands-on for people to actually play the game and try it out for the first time.
What's it like seeing people getting your hands-on for your game for one of the first times public?
It's awesome. We've been at this for a few years now. So when we announced the game, it wasn't that long ago. So we're at a stage now where the game is almost done. We only have about a month of debug left. So it's really cool to see people playing the game. You know, we made a promise about this huge seamless world, about Edward being this incredible assassin, but he's also a pirate, and that stealth is back. We've made all these promises, so now it's really awesome to be able to show it off to people, to have them actually touch it and feel it and give us feedback to say, did we get it right or not? So it's really gratifying to see people play the game and seeing that reaction, because the reaction honestly has been really positive so far.
Now, what has the next generation of consoles opened up for you as a developer?
So the next gen stuff, when we started this game, we knew we were going to ship on next gen. So right off the bat, we knew we needed to create a world that was much more ambitious and much more bigger than what we've ever created before. To create something fresh and unique, so that it can live up to the next gen, build up. So specifically, what it's done for us is it's allowed us to push the visuals quite a bit, make the game as gorgeous as possible. Open world games have a lot of content in them. Now with next gen, we're able to make sure that content is really gorgeous and beautiful on a grander scale. Besides the visuals, there's a lot of little touches that we've loved to play with. For example, on the PS4, we have the remote play. This is a feature that we love because all of a sudden you don't have to stop playing your game anymore, and it works beautifully. Of course, there's the companion app. This is something that the next gen is pushing a lot, having both Microsoft and Sony having, whether it's an iOS device or an Android device, you can use the companion app to connect to the game, to have someone playing with you, your quartermaster, if you will, someone who can show you the map, show you events happening, highlight stuff for you, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of little touches that come from next gen. For sure, the biggest impact is just how gorgeous and beautiful the world is, and just how seamless everything becomes.
Can you go into a little more detail about, visually, what the difference is between, say, the Xbox 360 version and the Xbox One version of Assassin's Creed 4?
We have on the next gen, there's a lot more physics simulation. So you'll see it in the ocean. You'll see that there's a lot more details in the ocean that are simulated in the plant life. So a lot of the foliage on next gen, all the foliage has physics on it. Every single leaf is an individual element. It's not just big planes that have a texture on them. So for the next gen, you really see the fidelity. On current gen, I'll tell you, it is the most beautiful AC we've ever built. On next gen, it's just so much more beautiful, and everything's more simulated. We have things like translucency through cloth. So, sails are really important in a ship, in a pirate game with ships. So you can see, light coming through the sails. It creates really beautiful shadows. God rays coming through clouds, God rays coming through the different foliage on the jungle. It's just all these little touches that allow the immersion to be ramped up, to make people really feel like the world is more cohesive, have a lot more ambient life in the world. For example, in the underwater, there's tons and tons of fish and schools of fish and foliage that moves and reacts to you. So again, it's a much more immersive experience on next gen.